We are in business. All right. Welcome, everybody, to another Old Ways to Spero. I'm your humble Game Master, Benito. And we are ready to go through another session. We're a little condensed. I am admitting that I had a longer day than planned. Cast was very considerate to kind of modify their schedule according to mine. But they still have some things that they have to deal with in the morning, back to jobs and stuff, even though with a nor'easter coming up here for all of us to have to deal with. So we're going to be considerate to them on the tail end of that. So I will go right through, and Jen, if you want to introduce yourself and who you're playing, and then we'll go right through.
Really? Well, I'm chewing. Love you too, Ben.
I didn't know. I can't see you. I'm just going through I went through the quick list.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm having a snack. I'm also Lady Carolyn Cadell. I guess I'm sort of halfway trying to run this joint.
Halfway. Steph.
Hi, I'm Steph. I play Balin Cadell. I sometimes know what I'm doing. I'm also working on 7 hours of sleep in 4 days. It should be fun.
Okay, here, well, ballpark I am with, and Steph. All right, we're in the same place. Nate.
Hi, I'm Nate. I play Ian Spire, the Lazy Bard, the ex-con, the former Wiggly Finger Killer, and the voice of the Raven Queen.
I think you're still the Wiggly Finger Killer.
Yeah, I don't know if you get that former. That's not on you to give.
All right,
And
I'll
the
keep
first
it.
thing,
Not to mention you never had a trial and weren't absolved. So
Whoa.
And
Okay, he's got his intro. Let's work on the other parts. Matt.
And the first thing we heard was a cat meow.
I think that might have been a child.
That was my daughter.
I'm Matthew.
Matt, introduce yourself.
Yep, I'm Matthew. I'm playing Perigrine, the white-robed mage, the white rose mage of the Circle of Roses of Greyheim in Exile.
Yeah. Matt has changed characters if you are slow in the catch-up. Yes.
Certainly. I formerly played Falsa Doom, the previous militia commander of the town.
Beloved of the town. Rico.
Rico playing Thanador Moonstrike, Elf Cleric of Sapphire, commander of the Wolfpack.
And Jeremy.
Jeremy playing Yadro. I am the Tailor and also champion of the Raven Queen.
Tyler.
Hey, everybody. I'm Tyler. I'm playing Tyros Roanoke, the druid with the heart of an artificer, I would say. Another voice of the Raven Queen.
Okay. Art.
I am playing Ashton Greystoke, a cleric of Cross, and soon to be world traveler.
Yeah.
World travel. Okay. So last when we met, pretty much it was sort of catch up for Threndor, who was going through a long reverie and having to adjust with a whole bunch of refugees that just came from Greyheim. So the party now is aware that King Azerin is apparently on the move as he was back in ancient days, and he is conquering, and he has destroyed an old legendary city in Greyheim. So it's pretty concerning. He has apparently a very ancient druid in his corner helping him out, that you can find out if you're a Spero watcher there. Find out all about that character's backstory and why she chose to be on his side, but that's another tale to be told. And Ash is going to try to help find the circles in the city so we can get them protected before the end of times comes and the Black Zodiac continues to fulfill its prophecy of either keeping Azerin in power or causing the end of the world or crashing of the worlds. And that's where our heroes are trying to save. That was most of it until our one player who's not here tonight, Lewanika kind of upset the quota with the Raven Queen, and that has had a little effect near the tail end of all this. So the party pretty much will be all together, but I do want to get Ash moving. I think everybody else also wants to get him moving. So I will put the ball back in the player's court. Anything else last minute or so? And then Ash and the team that he's given me will be on their way. Art, the only thing I will ask is, Crystal Blue is doing the teleporting. Is that right with the party? Is that what we're assuming?
Forgot to add her in there. Yep.
Okay.
Does she? Is she still here just alone? It was.
Well, you can deal with any NPC alone if you want. You've had plenty of time to move about.
No, I mean she came here alone. It was the others that came from the Winter Court came with Thulsa and probably left with him, right?
No. So there is a contingent remaining of them. Not very many. The Summer Court has a ton of people here now.
Right. And there was a couple. There was
of her people.
And did they? So none of them left with Thulsa then, other than his wife.
So Hollow Kiss, the Satyr, is still here, and Blizz and Bite, the two Harringtons, are remaining with her. And those did originally come with her during that little when I believe Thorendor and his people first really kind of hit the scene.
So I would leave it to her if she needed them to come with her or not, or if they could stay behind and work with the town. I had them written down somewhere.
She will leave them behind because she wants to be able to move easily in and out of the town.
Okay. So you guys need to note that you have them left behind then. Of course, I can't find her right now. I remember Blizz and Bite. Notes all over the
Hollow is kind of a very quick intro, and then she kind of like wandered off and not really questioned a whole lot of things or questioned amongst a lot of people.
Right. So the timing of that was after we came back from Misa with Therendor. Krista went back to the Winter Court for information and came back with her little retinue. So it was in that time frame where we were still getting reorganized after the rescue.
So Rico's giving me a name amongst his people that are going to go.
Yep.
Let me just double check that name so I'm aware of it.
Serena. Hopefully it's not somebody he just made up out of nowhere.
No, his AI has been helping my brother with a bunch of shit, so his people are pretty well rounded out.
Yeah, I've got names for everybody from the very beginning. So.
Okay, so she is amongst the swords of the pack.
Yeah, I was just looking for someone of the Misa contingent to represent Misa.
Okay. All right. Lee is not here, unfortunately. Of course, at this point here. You've got Diana and the Summer Vanguard. Remember, he did bring a contingent of warriors, I believe, as well.
Who did?
Alric. So not M. Shawley, but Alric did.
I didn't remember Alric bringing people.
That was in that last session. He brought in like 9. I I don't think we really got dossiers or anything on them.
No, that's why it's sort of kind of you're getting that aspect of them now.
I don't want this to be a huge party. Who is in this group that Alric brought?
They're soldiers apparently of the Summer Queen. So they're more like warriors that for you, I would say they would just be people that would be like additional soldiers that you're going to need in case like the druid attacks or something. They would be very useful for that.
All right. So they can be folded under the Summer Vanguard group without a problem.
Well, you have the Summer Vanguard coming. The Vanguard also, that group is very large at the moment too.
I thought that was only like
You missed the fact that several new centaurs arrived, so they're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 centaurs.
Oh, they all stayed. Okay.
7, 8 centaurs. You still have the 2 Eladrin.
Well, only one of the Eladrin. One has the Eladrin and the fairy returned to the Summer Court. Haven't returned.
Yeah.
You know,
you
your party can only be 8 people in total, including you. So Krista and 8 people.
Oh, well, that's really freaking small. I did not know I had a restriction like that.
Consolidation.
Well, that's based on the teleport spell. She can take herself and 8 individuals with her.
Yeah.
Well, I was unaware I had a restriction. So, herself and 8?
Correct. 9 total.
Wow. This changes everything because that suddenly becomes much more treacherous. Damn. I'm gonna need a minute to rethink all this then.
Yeah, that's fine.
I thought I had.
I'm thinking if I would want to rework it, but I really think also she would support being large that way. It's not as like she has another way to do it. So if you really, really want all these people, she could do it. But if you want to be quick, like if you need to get out of Dodge, then the restrictions would leave people behind. And apparently it would be in the masses.
Right. So I absolutely I need Balin. I need Ian.
Well, their 2 sidekicks are also of the group. It just depends if you're the 2 newcomers that have come from the new Circle of Roses. But also group, meanwhile that I got his mind blowing up, don't forget you guys also be mind conceiving about what you want to do about Wellshire and Allah's surrounding area. I mean, I've just told you there's a powerful druid wandering around helping the king sack places. You still have issues with Breckenvale. And if there's anything else besides building walls, which is now going to be left because Ian's going to leave, these would be times to also consult with that.
Maybe convincing nearby woodland creatures to aid us in battle, in the upcoming battle.
Well, also as a reminder, Tyler, the druid is a conduit of what you've now discovered is the land that you're a part of has been much more corrupted. So when you were up younger and being taught by your father into the druidic way, there wasn't the opposition that you dealt with. You were definitely once with the land. The wolves have begun a start of something that you've now realized that you have the potential now to end up like this druid that Azerin has. So this is another part where I want you to explore, what do you want to do? Like, you found out you're a pretty rare individual in the world of Alanis. So there's no real answers to a lot of stuff. You can continue to try to do that. Obviously, Pistachio is very loyal. He hasn't shown any signs of any corruption or that. You can check with a couple of the other ones that you've been friends with for a long time. But the new stuff has been something besides the Ravens, which you've supported. But again, you just also recently left that as well. So you have some things to kind of really figure out. Maybe your extension of how things you want to go. So you can go by yourself and explore out into the woods, or you can find a friend.
Anybody interested in exploring?
Somebody be interested in exploring.
Please don't let Tyler go. No.
I'll explore, sure.
I was gonna say if nobody was gonna go, he could probably persuade Carowin to be drug off, if only to escape for a minute.
Yeah.
I'll
It's
explore
because we don't have a
Yeah.
whole town of NPCs.
simply to not let Tyros get away with ridiculousness.
So, Ben or Ash, how long are we going to be gone? Do we know?
Well, depends apparently like how like fast you find the chambers. Then B, I'm assuming I don't know if you're putting a mage in it now or not. None of that was discussed. And if you're trying to do every town and village, so
Years.
So if you could be, you also just got lost to the party because he's building him. So whatever you guys are planning, I don't know. Maybe you just do a couple and come back home. I don't know. Maybe that's something you should talk about.
We don't
Decide
have
like,
we don't have years. That's the problem. So we won't be gone years. If we're gone years, then the final Zodiac will come and do its thing before we have everything done. So we need to find the chambers, get the favor of the towns, and find a mage for each of those chambers as quickly as possible.
Okay.
But now I didn't realize the party would be so restrictively small. Because the one thing I don't have that I was going to ask our new friend Perigrine about is how do I find these mages? He's a member of the circle. You'd be the guy to be able to tell me where I could find them.
When we just find a mage, the circle tower or whatever in each town, if there is one.
Got to find someone who can do it, who's willing to do it, who's trustworthy. Can't just walk up to the first mage and go, here's a high level spell for you to do, and you need to stay in a chamber while the world comes down around your ears.
No, but couldn't we find a mage from like one of the factions?
Well, why don't you just talk to Perigon?
That's what I basically. I'm asking. I left it open
See
for
Matt's eyes going like, I can't talk.
No, I left.
He absolutely could.
For Matt to pipe up.
Right. Well, I figured this was still out of character conversation at this point. We hadn't really got to the in character stuff yet. You were still trying to decide.
Consider all of that in character and to you.
So you are saying that you need powerful mages to cast a spell?
Yes.
There is a council in each city. That is, Ben, how many like overall circle wizards of caliber, higher caliber are there?
Well, every city has a circle of roses that's major, except in Changku.
Right, but
And
we're
then you-
talking we're talking 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th level, something like that, to be able to.
And then I'm saying that. So there's a circle for that, and there's probably like a dozen mages per circle per tower. You don't know if they'd all be white, red, blue,
Right,
purple,
but
or like just be.
Yeah.
But you assume.
I would say perhaps a dozen in each of the major cities. So perhaps 60, 75 in total. That is not necessarily ones that you can count on, because they are not all of the white rose. They're the red, the blue, the other colors that we do not mention often, the yellow there. But you are saying that you need this spell to be cast, so we must all learn this spell? Or do we know it? Is it a
Everybody-
common spell?
It is not.
Do you have names or a specific branch of the circles that would be best to do this?
Well, the best would be the white roses. We are the curators. We are the diplomats. We are those interested in protecting the world. The yellow roses, they are very kind. They would perhaps be willing to follow a plan of protection for the people. If you're talking the blue, I would say the white, the yellow, the blue, the green. I would not necessarily approach the red so much. The red roses, they are very fiery, very passionate, but they would much rather burn things than build things. And of course, we cannot approach the black. But you would have to go to each council of each city and approach them to find the volunteers. I could perhaps write a letter of introduction to the circle of roses in some of the cities.
It sounds like even with a letter of recommendation, we are rather out of our depth. We don't know what we need to know as we go to each place. Are you willing to travel with us and help us with this? If you're a white robe and you're interested in protecting the realm, this is what this is about.
Interested? I wish to return to Greyheim. I wish to retrieve the body of my friends. I must burn them before they become the undead and walk around. But
And I absolutely respect that. But if we don't accomplish this, it won't matter. It won't matter. There won't be a Greyheim. There won't be an anything. We need to get this done, and we need to get it done right, and we need to get it done quickly. Someone with your knowledge and experience. If, as you said, a white robe is a diplomat, a counselor, a protector, it sounds like you were spared for a purpose and sent to us fortuitously. We really could use your help in this.
I would need to speak with Red Mist to see if it is willing to go to retrieve our fallen comrades.
I don't think it's a great idea to try and go to Greyheim right now.
I am sure it is not, but there must be other survivors. There must be other people we need to prevent their loss, to keep their
And-
souls from wandering the land.
And I'm sure we can impress upon Lady Carowin. I don't think even we need to impress upon Lady Carowin the need to find these survivors, give them shelter. I'm certain she'll be having the scouts do that anyway, looking for anyone else who's fled, sending word to nearby cities to warn them of the fall of Greyheim and to be on the lookout for survivors, give them comfort, give them aid. Even a place like Breckenvale, who has been not the nicest place, would be safer than trying to return to Greyheim. I'm sure the capital has taken on refugees, as probably Kristenheim and Shadespire as well. You don't need to make your decision right now, but it sounds like you are the person who needs to help us. I leave you to think on it and decide what's the best way to handle it. So, Ian, would Magdalene be upset if we left her behind?
She'd probably be a little upset, but she would probably understand if there's a limitation.
Yeah, I've got limits. And Balin, how about Larkin? Would he be upset if he was left behind?
I'm sure he'll get over it.
With Larkin, well, so on the list, I've currently got I've currently got 6 people. I'm looking to add Perigrine, obviously. Right now, me, Balin, Ian, Therendor has given us one of his priests who will help us be a representative of Misa. Sharina, Diana will go, Wind will go. And that leaves me 2 spots, one of them ideally taken with Perigrine. Thought I had more room. Thoughts?
It's not.
Okay, so how about Magdalene stays behind, and we'll bring Larkin.
Yeah.
Well, provided Perigrine comes with us too. All right, now back to your other stuff. Sorry,
It will be arranged.
what will be arranged?
Peregrine going.
Fine, Peregrine's going.
So basically, whenever you want to leave, it will go from that. Then again, so Carowin, you have the town. Your cousin is in charge of the military, so those troops are being positioned. Unless there's something else you wish to address as your as the party's main focus, or a couple things you want to do, they seem to be a little bit more relaxed at that point.
I mean, I wasn't there for most of that conversation, so what Ash was saying, I not being there, Jen agrees with what Ash was saying.
No, what Ash is doing has nothing to do with pretty much
Right.
Welsh. He's gonna go find the wizards,
He's-
find the locations,
right.
and tell you, come back and say, hey, I'm able to save Kazgorath, Kristenheim, blah blah blah. That's what you're hoping he gets out of that. You guys, though, have to deal with the Black Zodiac. You have to deal with Brecon Vale. There's a druid that's part of the General Azerin. That's what I'm kind of like. That's why you have to split up. Otherwise, you guys all could have went shopping around for things like that. So,
but Yajaro is staying, and he gets the little hand palmy Black Zodiac thing. And we don't know that one's coming imminently. We haven't gotten any sign, right?
Sign right now.
Okay, and then otherwise, all that we know about is the ancient druid.
Yep, she caused a stir. You guys were ready to go attack her, but I think you guys realized that you could probably lose all your troops. So, but again, this is now you've fortified your keep. So the Raven Estate is fortified, the church, and then the Raven Queen's church. So all of those are now locked up in a nice castle that was built by Nate.
And
However,
we've confirmed that Ian is leaving.
Yes.
Okay. So then, yeah, if he didn't expect it, whenever it is that they're leaving, do we have a time and date?
Again, I'm waiting for you guys to start saying that you're doing something. Right now, it's all been speculation. Because also remember, Therendor had he had to try to catch up. You have a ton of people that showed up from the refugees and Alric bringing people and all that stuff. So there's still you have an army at your disposal. Most of it is now command of through Simeon, but it's up. I'm just giving you options. Where do you want to be in case things start to happen?
Basically, at this point, until he leaves, I'd be like, Ian, waltz. You can rest on the road. Waltz. I need walls. Do walls.
Well, the walls were done. I know we
were they?
Walls where?
Were they around that was completed?
Yep.
Around
on
or
your
around
estate,
the town?
Not around the town, just
No,
the
just the
estate,
keep.
church, and the two churches. That's
Right.
the center part of the
And
town is now fortified.
How many watchtowers did we get out of it?
Just the one watchtower that was built before you started.
Ian, watchtowers with stairs so the people could actually get up there.
No.
He can't
Ash
do
was-
that. I have to do
Ash
that.
was doing the stairs.
Ash is doing stairs. You're doing.
It's like, how many
I
days
don't
are you
feel-
giving us? Because right now it takes me. I can do two of them a day.
Well, y'all haven't
Yeah.
said when you're leaving, so that's your priority until you go.
Okay.
I want to leave as soon as possible. So as soon as you guys
no towers.
as
So
soon
no
as you guys,
walls.
as soon as you guys feel that you have everything from us, we're leaving the next morning.
Okay, so that takes care of that. No
I
walls.
do not want to hang around.
Other than that, not having any healing or anything like that, but Carolyn will do her best to go through the refugees to like offer comfort. She can't offer like healing, like I said, but she can offer like comfort. She can bring food from the kitchens that are feeding them. Yes, that's lowering herself, but she wants to.
No, that isn't pretty much. We've got you. You've taken care of them. They've been welcomed in. You're going to take away one of their mages away for your trip thing. So my thing would be, do you wish to implement other laws on them, like you're recruiting certain individuals, or asking Simeon to do so, or like I said, you have other factors that you may want to be.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I would not be like actively at this point. I like my first go round would be to, as I'm, as I would have been going through, I would have been like to the able-bodied, like, this sucks and we can get this, how could they do this to us? And revenge for your mothers and your fathers and your grandmothers and so on, and trying to stir up those emotions to get, that to save them and protect the ones that are here, so that people, and direct that towards Simeon to then join his ranks and get training and so on and so forth. Hoping a large number of able-bodied from that.
Well, here's also what you're going to start to get. Hopefully, did I have this or no? Where did I put it? Here's a little bit. Okay. A lot of the people are going to wonder what you're going to do, because your parent city now is gone. So you had to more or less commit to Lord Haskett, right? Nobody knows if he's alive or dead.
And
So
that would have been one of
people
the
are
things I would have been like subtly asking about my family, Simeon's and my family.
Well, he told you his parents are dead.
Right.
You just have your cousin, Moroni, his sister.
Oh, I
So
missed
at
that. I'm
this
sorry.
state right now, you and Simeon need to decide who's going to be the ruler. Could end up being the ruler of all the people of Greyheim, unless there are other nobles that had made it out of this house, and none of them, I think, were part of that got out that was of any merit. Except I think Officer Briz of House Sodir is anything of somewhat ranking.
You're saying
Between-
like, are you saying like leading the family or leading Greyheim people? Like to go back whenever the city's going to be rebel and be the head honcho.
Simeon, and I just told you, Briz,
Right.
Lesodor, are the three remaining nobles of between Greyheim and Wellshire, and Balin, of course. But Balin has a great way of getting out of that shit.
You said Briz, Briz.
Yep.
That's the knight that showed up with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's top secret. That's a submarine joke.
It's sunk. So you can push a lot on the people, but just to let you know, the territory is sort of open. Now remember, Greyheim and Wellshire reports to Greyheim. Greyheim reports to Kazgorath. There's still one more above you. But anything happened to Kazgorath, you're talking about a whole different ballpark of what's going on.
Yeah. Carowin, being a reluctant ruler of Wellshire, is going to be reluctant to have this discussion about Greyheim.
Well,
unless she's nailed down.
You're not nailed down, but amongst the people, the buzz is being questioned. That is an easy investigation report.
She will continue to do what she's doing and serve the people with her head held high and her chest out. She is going to be the appearance of confidence. But until her cousin or Briz, or cousin and Briz, I should say, nail her down in a room, she will avoid assigning a name to who is in. I will be in charge of Wellshire, and you're in Wellshire now. And Simeon is in charge of the troops of Wellshire. If you have any questions about that, you report to him. In charge of Greyheim, she will kind of deflect that at this point.
Well, that's cool, but again, you're nervous. I'm putting something that you're nervous with. Is Carolyn is got to be thinking about what's going on around her. So yes, you're the Lady of Wellshire, but what happens if Azerin keeps doing what he's done in history?
Now it's in the back of her head and she's thinking about it, but she is not. I got it. You're putting that in the back of my head. I don't want you to put that in my head.
Up and down. I don't expect Kara to be jumping up and down, but again, it's something that I think is starting to make her sweat.
Yeah.
All right, so Threndor, anything you want to do with the events that have transpired? And remember, there's a ton of new people in town that you have only caught wind of, but not have visibly seen or addressed.
No, I think the biggest thing is just prepping and preparing for defense, knowing that the next Zodiac is coming. As far as the new people, I would say the biggest would be just coordinating with the new commander of who all is going to be involved with aiding in the defense.
The Greyheim refugees are literally broken pieces. There's nothing that would make a unit of them. Most of them are civilians. You do have a few people that stand out as caliber interest. Red Mist is apparently a wizard, a dwarven wizard. Briz is a officer of the Greyheim Riders, so you have a cavalryman, but he don't have anybody with, like, there's nobody with these guys to make a fucking squad. These are just dudes. So you can pick them out and talk to Simeon about, hey, let's put Briz here and do that. I could use him for this. That could be something you can. I'm more than you could. He'd be more than willing to entertain.
Yeah.
Or you can continue to
just sliding them in with the units that we have if there's a right fit. Going back to if there's a healer and the lack of healers that we seem to have. But yeah, just looking at who's available, who's willing to help defend, and then trying to plug them into the right spots.
Yeah, well, your unit is the most complete of anything you want to do. You have every soldier that you want to use. Your sister is a healer. You have all that. So in that regard, you're not really as restricted as all the other people keep talking about. You are fully capable of putting together anything that you want to muster. Your issue really, like, besides, like, Simeon seems to be very capable. We talked about, between me and you, what he would ask of you. He's not really touching your guys. I think the only thing that'll be different of stuff right now is lately, with the addition of more Eladrins coming in from the summer court, they seem to be gravitating under your command, and Simeon doesn't care, like, letting them be part of your command. So that will be something like of a new unit that a bit more option to you. And again, like most, I think it was like 8 centaurs that are part of it. So you have something kind of new for you as a semi-cavalry unit. But that would be the only thing that's strange. And again, you have a bunch of Kazgorath people. All these people just came in. They're all under Simeon. He's kind of like got his people up a little bit. So you've filled ranks. That the defense is set, except the additional walls did not get built. But your church, the Sapphire Church, is safe. The Raven House estate is safe, and the Tri-Church of Cross and the other gods is safe. That's under that castle part.
Okay. And we'll just continue to stand watch and look for signs and prep for the next Zodiac.
Do you want the summer unit fully to be the ones inside the walled tri-house place?
Yes, if for defending the circle.
Mm-hmm.
with a couple of people down by the circle in case another one of those mysterious tunnels just appear out of nowhere. But yeah.
Okay. All right. So the summer unit will
last line of defense.
Summer unit will completely protect that. All right. Again. Well, I think that's interesting. Jeremy, is there anything you want to do on your own?
So I thought I was with Tyros.
He hasn't left yet. I'm assuming that you still with, unless you two are ready to say peace out, go. I'm cool with that as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a better idea on something we could be doing, I was just gonna start kind of like making my way around, see if there's any kind of groups of animals we can get on our side. But if there's something better we could be doing with our time, I'm all ears. That's that elf humor.
Yeah, I figured. So you think that you can gather the animals in the area to aid you, despite the fact that they're very obviously at this point working against us due to another powerful druid.
But if I can become as powerful as this ancient druid, maybe I can convince some of the animals to join us the way they've joined them.
Tyler, roll me a percentile die, please.
Like D100?
Yep.
That is bad. Somewhere Lee went, wait, what?
Did you roll?
I did.
What did you get?
Oh, I thought you guys heard me. I said 94.
94? Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I rolled in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I've got too many things going on, especially people extra buzzing. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing something they want to ask a question with. So cool. All right. Yeah, all right. So how do you want to go about? Are you just gonna like peace out? You two are just gonna take off and head somewhere in any place?
Yeah, maybe we grab some horses, speed ourselves up a little bit.
Okay.
Or Tyler becomes a horse.
I'm interested.
Why would you have
I'm
to grab
interested
horses?
in aiding him, and also being there to protect him if it doesn't go the way he's hoping it goes.
So I could become the horse, but it becomes a challenge of switching back and forth from wild shape to speak with animals and expending that quickly.
I'm just going to summon a celestial black steed with a gray mane.
Oh, that's sick. Oh, I gotta learn how to do that.
Someday, maybe.
You have a magnificent large black stallion. There are feathers entwined on its mane, and also like hanging from the side are some like dream catchers.
Ooh, fancy.
Well, clearly my lady has bedazzled my horse.
All right. So you get a horse, Tyler?
Yeah.
I just need a direction. North, east, west, south.
Let's head out of the gates and head north clockwise around the city.
North. You do know where north is?
We shouldn't start in the north.
All right, let's go south counterclockwise around the city.
Highest chance of failure, north. So
right.
Yeah.
why don't we start?
North would be where the druid just left.
Why don't we head east out of town and work our way clockwise around town and we won't bother with the northern part.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. How far do you go outside? How far will you range from the town?
Like just till we can almost not see the town anymore.
Okay.
Few hundred meters.
Okay. Give me both of you. Give me an investigation check then.
And they were never seen from again.
Don't tempt me.
30-20.
30-20. Jeremy, what'd you get?
9.
9. Okay.
Have we had a long rest since our last session?
Yes.
All right.
Tyros, so you will notice that animal life is rather scarce. You do know there's a lot more wolves in the area, but a lot of other creatures seem to not frequent the area a whole lot.
Interesting.
So while we're out here, Tyros, on our own, why is it that you chose to, I don't want to say give yourself to the Fae, but you seem to have wanting to side with them?
Well, they seem like they've got some good ideas in this whole battle. I'm a nature minded sort of guy. That they're a nature sort of folk.
Hmm. I would be leery of the Fae. Also, the Raven Queen feels slighted, perhaps, that she gave you a horn and you're not satisfied with it.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not satisfied. I just I want to be safe about using it. We've got Ian and the mages looking into what it does so that we don't have unintended consequences. Wouldn't want to just blow it and find out what happens. That'd be crazy.
I mean, you seem like the particular character that would have been expected from, honestly, based on your actions to date.
I almost did, but Ian stopped me, to be honest.
Heroes would definitely fuck around and find out.
Left to my own devices, I may have blown the horn, but it did seem smart to have it reviewed first.
I'd say, from my experience, a gift from the Raven Queen is in fact a gift. And you just have to have faith and trust in it.
You think we should request the horns back to test them out ourselves?
I think if you want the horn to work, you have to fully believe and follow the Raven Queen. You can't be wishy-washy. You can't half and half it.
Well, I hadn't been aware that any allegiance with the Fae would interfere with my allegiance to the Raven Queen.
The Fae are their own thing, and those of us of this realm, from what I've seen and heard, I think it's best to always be wary of them.
I appreciate the advice. I think I will. Let's go get those horns. We might need them in the upcoming battle.
Potentially. And when you have a chance, and it's just you and your thoughts, and the Raven Queen always listening, you may want to have a rekindling of sorts.
That does sound good.
When you say that, a large raven flies down and lands on the top of your staff.
Oh. I guess
is
it's
looking
no
at
better time than now.
Like squawks. Give me a wisdom save.
That's not Edgar, is it?
23.
23. You feel, no, it's not. You feel the presence of the Raven Queen. Do you let her in?
Of course.
Of course. Okay. The world goes black for you.
Viewers, it's just like that time in Vox Machina.
All right. Ash, do you depart with the people?
Sorry, I missed that. The volume was down.
Right. Do you depart with your people?
Yeah.
Okay. Just put them in the regular chat, just so everyone knows who's who going. There's a couple players. So Ian, Balin, Perigrine, the three of you are definitely gone. Okay.
Hey, Benny.
Yes.
Before we leave, can I have Magdala take over the Bastion?
You can.
So, like, my mom will take care of the bar and stuff, but she'll handle the Bastion and make sure that it still runs.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, Ian's mom is around?
Yeah, both my parents are here.
Oh. All right, Tyros
Stay the hell away from her.
his age, and she's going to go hit on Ian's mom.
I knew that was going in that direction.
We are
It's
gonna
like I
have-
heard, what? Ian's mom's around?
I mean, she sounds like
He's one of the few with parents that are alive.
I am.
yeah.
My mom's alive.
I said one of the few.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
parents are still alive. They're just sleeping.
I'm
Good
trying
luck.
to first time, if you know what I mean.
Good luck, Tyros. My dad will kick your
Thing
ass.
eternally.
Uh-oh.
So Krista teleports the group of you to the beautiful city of Kazgorath. She's gonna do it from the outside. You guys will be like outside. You'll be heading in.
Yeah, I was gonna ask to go out to the gates, basically.
Right in the throne room. Let's go.
Well, I'll leave it. You might want to have a little discussion with Matt about, I don't know. I mean, Matt can get in, so it's not really an issue there.
When you say can get in, I assume it's not like a surprise visit get in.
No, I mean you are still a dignitary of the Circle of Roses. You have a backstory to it. So if you wish to go in, you can be like, hey, I'm Perigrine of the Circle of Roses, and no questions asked.
He's got bad luck with surprises.
No, there's more backstory to your friend. There might be some more surprises for you to find out about him.
Ben, I'm going to send something to your email that probably has no effect on anything that's going on. So read it when you have a chance.
All right.
It was something that came up at the last minute.
We'll do.
But this is also why I brought Balin. So because she is nobility too. So. So. I have to leave it to you guys.
So exactly what is it that you wish to accomplish here? That will give us the direction that we need to go in.
Well, first, we should pass on the word about what happened to Greyheim and make sure they know. Secondly, rather than
Wouldn't there already be refugees here?
we don't know that. I'll explain to you the situation. We don't have to go through it in game. I tell you what we need to find out, where we need to go, and who we need to find to teach the spell to. And I don't know how to do any of that. That's why I brought the people I brought. Matt, you're muted.
Now that we are here, we should speak to Spinner. She is the Grand Rose.
The what?
She is the rose above all.
Okay.
The one who sits above the bouquet.
Okay. Balin, do you have any connections here in town between you and Larkin?
Probably.
Okay. I mean, I got nothing, guys. I need you guys to take the point here.
Well, you are asking to do two different things and go two different directions.
Pick the one you think is easiest to accomplish first. I don't know.
Okay, so we need to find somebody who can cast a spell, and we need to find where to cast it. That's probably been here since before the city's been around.
Right. And
So,
I should be able to find the chamber once we find. I need to read Dulce's letter again. Matt, was it the main temple of the town or
Right, the biggest, most important temple.
biggest, most important temple? Okay, yeah. So we have to establish which one is the biggest, most important temple, and once we're there, I can find the chamber.
Yes, so we may certainly speak to the circle here, to speak to the king and make them aware of Greyheim. We must go to the palace as well.
Well, that's also why I brought nobility with me. Yep. Covered both aspects of this, so I also brought some people that could hang out on the streets and get word out, maybe.
Okay. So you want Larkin and Balin to hit the street, or
I am not
Balin-
asking anybody to do anything because I have literally told these people I don't know what I'm doing here. I am out of my element. I brought people to do this for me this time.
Yep.
Like I don't know what decision to make here. Art knows what he'd do. Art would run through it, but Ashton has no clue which way he should go.
It is perhaps possible for my father to get us an audience with the king.
Okay. I am willing to try anything you guys think is best.
Right.
Well, we will need at least a place to stay while we are here. I can have us put up in my family's manor.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
All right, Matt, there's a large ziggurat on the east side of the city, which houses all the religions. So
That would be info for Art, not necessarily me, but
Why is it
no,
information? It's a ziggurat.
you know the city. He told you the largest religious building may have the hidden chamber. That is the largest location. That's like you knowing where the Statue of Liberty is if you lived in New York. That's why you know it.
there is a large ziggurat that all of the religions have their altars in. It is on the outside of the outskirts of the city.
Okay. That sounds like a place we should probably go at some point. But it doesn't sound like the first place we should go.
The getting the assistance of the circle, that is going to take the most time in any location, especially if we need to recruit multiple wizards to cast these spells.
Okay. Are we going to accomplish any of that outside the gates, or may we try to enter the city and try to accomplish something?
May we should go to the circle now if that is convenient.
Please, somebody take an action, because I don't know what action to take. I can't walk up to the gate and say, "Hey, let me in."
Diana and Wind are going to take Larkin and do some investigating around themselves.
Okay.
So Perigrine will pull from his pack a very ornate raptor mask. The raptors, insofar as a hunting bird mask in the shape of a peregrine, and place that on. And then we'll go to the gate and seek entrance to the city.
Yeah, you guys no problem get in. And they can start heading to the place you need to go. And the gates. Okay, back in
I will find a runner at the gate.
Mhm.
And employ him to go to my father and let them know that I have arrived back to the city and will be returning to the household with people to house, to put up while I'm here.
Yeah.
Yep, totaling 9 of us.
All right. Sounds good. All right, so back at Wellshire. Therendor, Carowin, anything you wish to do? Your people have left. Your druid and your tailor's gone.
I think that left to her own devices for now, Carolyn would she doesn't feel correct right now, say visiting her parents. She is gonna go to one of the towers, one of the watchtowers. No, that doesn't feel right either. She's gonna go and sit at the that atrocious, lovely statue or whatever it was that was made for the Raven Queen. And she's gonna look up at it for a minute And then she'll sit below it. I do not like this. She's gonna sit below it and like at the base of it, maybe slightly leaning against it, like her lower back. And she'll probably do what, scratch the back of her neck, like awkwardly, and then like close her eyes and think of a raven and go, okay, this is new to me. You're gonna have to put up with me. She might say that slightly, like mumble it to herself. And then she's gonna say in her head, like out, going, what now? I need some help. There's so much. There's too much. I need help. What should I do? What can you help with? Where should I go from here? What's my biggest, where the stupid druid, not our druid, the other druid. What am I supposed to do about that? Can I do anything about that? What the hell's going on? Oh my God. Like she just kind of has a little rambling run around in her head just for a minute before she just kind of solidifies on help.
Give me a D100 roll.
Oh goodness. I don't even have 10s out right now. Hang on. $27.
27. As you just kind of like bewildered.
That's a good word.
A raven does land next to you. And there's a lot of like looking at you and looking at the great statue of a raven next to you.
Uh-huh.
He sort of like looks again, and you feel like the raven is kind of like looking maybe more west. And looks to again looking at you. Sort of does a bob nod. And then flies back somewhere in the trees.
Okay. Great. Thanks. Somewhat helpful, maybe. Don't know what the hell that meant. In her head, this is kind of mumbling. She's like, is that the direction? Now she's out loud mumbling. Is that danger? Is that help? Is
Only
that
if she,
danger?
only
Is
if
that
she
help?
was in your head, Be very helpful to understand her.
Yeah. I mean, I got a warlock now, but that's a totally different DM and totally different campaign. And she's struggling to learn how to play a lute too.
As you're contemplating, and this is probably like hours later, Tyros is back.
They went to the south, didn't they?
Yeah, he comes up from the south.
Oh, I thought I was gonna have my whole talk with the Raven Queen moment. I was all
Yeah.
ready.
That's what I was waiting for.
My world went black. Remember?
Yeah, your world did go black.
That'll be a side episode.
What does that mean?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
No,
Tyros-
those are
Tyros,
consequences that'll be revealed.
Tyros, you see Carowin sitting at the the great raven statue in Wellshire.
Carowin, are you considering following the great Raven Queen?
Again.
She looks at him like, the fuck are you talking about? I already do.
Oh, all right.
I know.
House of the Raven. Don't you?
She-
Okay, forget it.
Yeah. She
So many
questioned.
powers these days. It's hard to keep track of them all. You know.
You remember that? You remember when
Carolyn, now that you're looking,
she
Carolyn,
questioned?
that you're looking at Tyros now, he has like a good sized cloak of black feathers.
Gone full bird, have you?
Wait. It's you know, it was a gift.
To a druid. Gun full
Once
bird, have you?
Once you go back, once you go black, you never go back.
That's true.
So says the Puerto Rican. Okay.
Talking about the Raven Queen, thank you very much.
Hello, people here. All right. Okay. You two, you see something different of her.
Where'd you get that?
Well, I think you could assume.
I could assume. I could also assume you killed a whole bunch of birds and dragged Yajaro out there to make you a cloak.
I would never. Not a druid like
I
myself.
believe he rekindled his faith with the Raven Queen because it
Uh,
was
Jeremy, you're not there.
how what. So I'm
What-
somewhere else.
Yeah, I thought we like rolled in
Your world-
together.
Your world went to black some time ago.
Oh what?
Your world went to black some time ago.
Oh, his did too.
Once you go black, Jeremy.
Oh, all right. So when you said that to him, I didn't think that meant to me too. Gotcha.
I didn't quite say it then, but I wanted to give Tyler a little indication that he's forgot somebody. He came back alone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was assuming when you said I rolled in that Jeremy was with me because you know we.
I know you
together.
assume, but now that you think about it, you realize that you took care of Yajiro.
Uh-oh.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? That can't be
You
good.
can't recall. Your world went black.
Uh-oh. I better not be wearing Yajiro.
You're not wearing Yajiro. It's a good question, though.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Yeah, Yajiro, we were together. I don't know. what happened. Everything faded to black. I came to with my fancy new gear. Yajiro is nowhere to be seen.
No,
So
that's
you-
not true. You remember where he is. You just took care of him.
So you took a nap, came up with a bird skin cloak, and you lost the tailor.
Yes. But I know where he is. We can go back to him. Let's go check
We?
on him. If you want to come along, I'm going to go check on him.
Okay.
I wild shape into a horse, and I still have the vest on so that Carowin can ride me and we can get there faster.
I don't know if I want to.
Well, I'm going to stay wild shaped into a horse anyway.
Carowin will reluctantly hop on his back because he changed too fast, and I can't go. Okay, trigger count and tell me how far we gotta go. I'm in a mood tonight. Sorry, guys. She'll reluctantly hop on his back, and then just for spite, she'll give him a kick in the ribs to get him moving.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh, Tyros moans a little as a horse.
okay. So off you
Hey.
go.
At least I'm not wearing spurs.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Off we go. Back to Yajiro.
Tira, as you're riding hard out there, you know you were out there for a while.
Uh-oh.
And you were a part of something ritualistic.
I'm a little scared to see what we're gonna come across here when we get there.
Yeah. Back at Kazgorath, you guys have entered the city. There's really there apparently is indeed refugees from Greyheim. So there is a buzz at the gate that you guys are hearing from.
All right. So the only information we need to pass on is that we've had refugees in Wellshire, and ideally pass on to the government what we know.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. Balin, Ash, Perigrine. Ian.
Investigation?
Yeah.
I ain't good at that. The die was
16.
Okay.
14.
Pretty good rolls.
16 for me too.
So all of you pretty much are hearing that yes, there are refugees from Greyheim, but there are also refugees from Christenheim.
Oh, shit. That's
Say that again.
Who asked? Refugees
that
from Christenheim. Refugees from Christenheim as well.
That's bad. I think I'm stating the obvious.
Okay. You wanted to go to the tower?
That would be our
First?
first stop, since it's going to take the longest amount of time to accomplish what we
Okay.
want to accomplish.
Okay. You get to the tower. What do you wish to do at the tower?
Ultimately, we want to get an audience with Spinner.
Okay. Well, you're one of the high-ranking people, so you can pretty much move up. For everyone else, everyone's going in the tower. All you, except the people I had leave: Larkin, Diana, and Wind.
Yep.
Mhm.
Balin, I think were you the only one at the circle one in Breckenvale?
Yeah.
So this is pretty similar, except like the wealth in this tower actually disgusts you in a lot of regards.
Yes.
Like, it is so pompous, it is so ancient, it is so like gratuitous that they have the wealth and the ability to furnish the rooms in such elaborate aspects that you basically see. There is a huge level that is books upon books that is fascinating in the regard, but most of the stuff that you see is just some of the most, like, you don't even know noble houses that are just gross of luxurious waste in your mind.
Sorry,
Uh,
writing note.
Yeah, Ian, this place is dope to you. Like the amount of money, wealth, and like easy living and accessibility of things is crazy. I think you're not offended, but it just seems like, why bother? Is pretty much how you see a lot of it.
It would probably remind me of Misa, but without the functionality or beauty kind of thing, right?
Misa is very smooth. Like, the elves don't put a lot of, like, I mean, you're like seeing tapestries behind another tapestry with
Oh my
like
God.
extra pillows on top of couches for, and they're so elaborate and fluffy with frills and stuff. Elven stuff is very clean. Like there's a purpose to an elven design. Like it is very rolling smooth aspect of things that you would like. This is just like crowded. Yeah, there's a lot of crowdedness to stuff. There are some messy areas where the Wizards of Duffus have been working on something. You're not sure what or whatever that part, but you get a lot of that. You get upstairs, like Perigrine is way at home. Like you see him, he like knows exactly where he's going. People seem to know him, they nod and stuff, and he's just like up, 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 up. And then sooner you know it, you've taken 15, 20 minutes to go up to the top level into a very fast, much more cleaner room with lots more maps and selective areas of books and scrolls and things line the area, but much more like the roof has some panels that are accessible to the actual sky. Rather, let's say like she's pretty above average. She's smooth features, long straight brown hair. Her most attractive feature is actually her green eyes. But she's not too tall. She's around 5-ish, 5'5". Woman in a more or less yellow robe.
When I see her, but ideally before we get in earshot, I ask Perigrine, "What's yellow?"
The yellow they are passionate, they are caring, they are wardens of the soul.
Gotcha. Perfect.
She sees Perigrine and goes, "Perigrine, you survived. We were worried when we heard news of Greyhound."
It's been there. It is a tragedy, and I am so glad that I could come back to you, but we lost so many of our friends.
They said it was a druidic power, a creature of a person of such old magic.
Yes, she was corrupt of the land. She called forth blighted tree creatures and other plants. She caused thorns to sprout at her whim. Snowdrop was... She was torn apart. I cannot speak of it.
It's okay. Who are they?
Oh, yes, of course. Allow me to introduce. We fled to a smaller town. They have taken us in. This is Ash. He is a high priest of Cross, the protector of the city, the town. And who else do we have with us specifically? Is it in the chat?
It's in the chat, but in the room currently are Balin, Ian. Yep, of course, it's in the chat, and I forgot it. I typed it in. Krista's with us, so you have a blue-haired elf. Rico, do you have a description for Shannara?
I do not.
So,
Good question.
And
Ben,
would Peregrine
what would you like to know?
would Peregrine have been filled in about the Fey ties here?
It would have been pretty obvious.
Well, there's
Not
been a
you.
lot of time. I think you do know of Krista at least. So she's not really that. She would definitely be a known commodity because she was also, I believe, would have some point would have been told to you that she is the teacher of the spell needed for the chambers.
So this is Ash, a high priest of Cross. With him and on this mission of diplomacy is several of the, as I understand it, the fair courts. We have
You know that Sharina is actually from Misa.
we have this young lady Diana, and oh, she's not in the room.
No,
Diana Wynn and are gone.
Yep.
They went somewhere else.
Oh, okay. This is Miss Krista Blue. She is of the Feywild, beyond these circles, but she is capable of great magics, and she is a key component in this mission of ours. This is Ian, a barkeep, I suppose. We
Hi,
also
I'm Ian. I'm a bard.
A bar. She goes, well, welcome all for those from Wellshire helping. I guess, Perigrine, what is needed in Circle Roses here?
I am told that many of our brethren are needed to learn a spell of protection so that we can protect the cities in a coming cataclysm. Miss Krista knows this spell, and I understand there are a number of chambers that need to be utilized to cast it in order to protect the cities. Ash, would you please explain it in detail?
Yeah.
Well, to save time, I assume you're going to go through the whole filling in of things.
I think I would choose my words carefully.
Okay.
I would never mention the option of if we don't stop them from touching the circle, that the cataclysm doesn't happen because Silk becomes queen. I would focus on at the end when they're all defeated. That's when the cataclysm will happen.
Okay.
Because
So
I don't
it takes some time to go through that. I'm going to shift a little bit. The Rendor. A couple scouts come by and tell you there's a contingent, maybe like 2 squads of Breckenfell forces that they've found in the west, and they want to parlay with you.
Interesting. Okay. Huh. Any additional information that can be given? How big of a squad? Do we know?
It's about 9 men.
Okay. I will take a small group to go meet with them, but I'll also send someone to let What's his name now?
Simeon.
Simeon. Thank you.
No worries. Takes you about an hour to get out there. It's a bit of a ragtag force. You immediately noticed. Well, give me a perception check.
Perception. No, you're right. Yeah, 9.
9?
Yep.
Well, you notice that they're haggard. It doesn't look like a fresh group of individuals. One of the big humans kind of moves up to you and goes, "Are you one of the captains of Wellshire?"
I am.
I am Captain Fordrick Merson of the Breckenvale contingent.
You have asked to speak with me.
Yes.
I'm all ears. What can I do for you?
What was his name again?
Fordrick Merson. We're looking to maybe for desperate alliance.
Why desperate?
We are having issues to the north.
Any relation to what happened at Greyheim?
I think so.
Okay.
I'll be frank, Elf. We don't like each other. We met on the battlefield. You know, we crossed blades. But something just happened that seems to be bigger than us. Caspian didn't foresee this. And we need to survive.
Understood. I am open to it. I recognize that there is something much bigger than all of us that's occurring. That being said, I can't speak for the town itself. So I'm willing to bring you to speak to Lady Carolyn and have her hear you out. And it's her decision ultimately.
We would invite Lady Carolyn to the Bloodtone estate.
Where is that?
It's in Breckenville. Under the banner truce to work out a treaty.
I will bring this information to her and get word back to you. I can't speak on her behalf and offer.
Of course.
All right, I will. I'll leave a couple of my guys there just to entertain them, and then go back with the group and seek out Lady Carolyn to let her know.
Yeah, he gives you a salute, and you'll head back. Meanwhile, you, Tyros, you come into a cusp of large trees. Carolyn, you also notice that there are probably like, I don't know, 40 ravens hanging around the tree. But the most disturbing thing is you do not see Ijiro. But you do see in between the two trees a large, like cocoon wrapped in between the trees.
No.
Okay.
All right, so I'll
Was that a goat or a
unwild-
horse?
horse with
I looked down at the back of your head like, what the fuck?
still learning how to horse.
And I
Sorry about
slide
that.
off. I dismount.
I'll unwild shape here, back into my druid form.
Okay.
I have no recollection of leaving the scene like this. I'm very concerned about that large cocoon, but it feels like this is all part of the Raven Queen's plan. Like, if I'm being frank.
Maybe she'll approach the cocoon. Her sword is still sheathed.
Give me a perception check. Advantage.
Like she's watching the ravens to see how they react to her going to them, to that. Perception with advantage. That's a 21.
You approach, and it almost is a little transparent. There is definitely what looks like a person. That person is holding what definitely looks like Yajiro's raven sword. And there is some type of like purplish light that's allowing you to see that illumination of something going on. And that's where we'll leave tonight.
He's coming out of there like mad butterfly, strong, like wings.
He's coming out there, Mothman.
Proboscis. I'm talking prehensile, long, slimy.
This is not the fly, okay, dude?